go. Oh, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Living, I wish for the money, yeah. The trap really be jumping, yeah. Bad little bitch wanna get with me. Sticks out, nigga, we dumping, yeah. Came from the bottom, they already know. Oh, we came from the bottom, they already know. Oh.
D-Lo vs. Darius, doubling down today. I'm here on the D-Lo with another special guest, my big sister. Introduce yourself.
Samantha.
Where you from?
Monroe, Georgia.
Monroe, Georgia. You know where we from? Big Monroe. So what was it like growing up?
I mean, it was growing. Really, it was an adventure. You know, you had the good with the bad, like you had with everything else. It was exciting. I learned a lot. Thank God for that, for being in positions to learn a lot. It was fun. It's horrible.
A lot of different things.
Yeah, it was growing up.
Collection things.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
I am a Master Cosmetologist. I specialize in kids' hair, but I also do adults, and lately everybody been calling me mainly for locks.
Loctician.
You know, the streets messing with me in my lock game, so that's been picking up. So I guess you can call me somewhat of a loctician, somewhat of one. But I am a Master Cosmetologist.
Better than most.
Put my 1,500 in.
So how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing hair. I've been braiding and stuff since I was like 12, between like 12 and 14. I started doing it for money in 2011, 2012 when I was in college. I started doing the basketball team hair, and that's how I was making money to do extra stuff around the school without having to call my mama.
Yeah.
You want to do grown stuff, you got to have grown people money. And then after that, I came back home. I was working for a minute. And then I started back doing it full time, probably in like 16, 17. And since then, I've just been doing it every day.
So I know you mentioned locks earlier, but what would you call your top 3 hairstyles that people usually come to you for? Or you could take it a different way and say your 3 favorite hairstyles you feel like you do the best.
I'm always getting calls for starter locks, kid braids, and all sorts with weave, or, well, really the kids braids with natural hair, I'm gonna say, because a lot of people don't really like weave in their kids' hair. So with the natural hair and just regular lock styles, because my styles, they scream me and they scream the person who I'm styling. So everybody like the uniqueness within the style. So yeah.
So who would you say, if you had to pick like maybe 1 or 2 people, who are your top influences?
Talking about today?
Yeah, just like, you know, that made you do what you do now. Or you might not have an influence, it might just be like a moment. A moment might have influenced you.
I would say right now, Pastor Deidre Shante has a lot of influence on me and how I move. Well, I don't know how to explain it, but she does have a lot of influence on what I'm doing now, on today. And I'm trying to think of someone from the past that had a big influence on anything.
See, I understand what you're saying. Like, somebody might influence you personally and affect your business.
She's also a Master Cosmetologist, and she also has her own hair school. And then she's a pastor, so you get one of she's pretty much 3 influences on, you know. Right, she is like a whole like, oh my God, you're doing all of that. I would love to see how. So that's why I said she's a big influence for that aspect of it, because I see her doing a lot of things that I want to do myself, and a lot of things that I am doing myself. So it's like seeing somebody actually doing it, yeah, it's like, okay. And then I would say myself. I had a big influence on myself, just wanting better for myself. And so that I influenced myself to make better decisions and different decisions, and
That's how it is sometimes. I can relate. So, what type of people do you usually do hair for?
I don't really have a type, and that is another thing that keeps everybody really like coming back, because I'll service white, black, Asian. It doesn't matter who you are or what you want. I have other races coming asking for starter locks. Mm-hmm. The common stylist would be like, baby, I cannot provide that service. Me, I'm gonna tell you, if I don't know how to do it right then, I was like, okay, baby, I don't know how to do yours, but if you wait, I'll research it and I go find out how to do it, and then I call them back like, hey, I got it. And most of the time they're patient and they wait. I had one guy actually waited for a year for me to learn a technique to put locks in his hair.
But you probably master at it now.
He loves them. Mm-hmm. He loves his locks. We just did them, and he was like, girl, and he had so much faith that I could do it. When I told him that I could, he had actually paid me ahead of time before, like 2 weeks before. He was like, just send me a date. And so.
Yeah. So how do you want to be remembered?
I just want the people to remember me by legitly who I was and not who they wanted me to be or who they thought I was. Because, people have their own expectations of you and their own perception of you. I just want to be remembered for who I am, which is a hairstylist, a God-fearing woman that loves kids. I have a passion for what I do. Be a passionate person, a worshiping person, a God-worshiping person, a real person. Like, I try not to be shady, because sometimes you end up in a shady situation, but because you don't know the past of it, you didn't know you was being shady. So I try to keep it as real as possible. So that's one thing that I know will circle around my homegoing service. Oh, she was the realest person I knew.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask you a couple questions so people can get to know you just a little bit better, more than you already explained. So, who's your most important family member?
My most important family member? I don't like them. I would say my mother, because without her, I would not be here. And I don't really talk to too many people anyways. So yeah, I would say my mom, because she gave me life. Shouts out to her. She didn't abort.
So what's your dream car?
Ooh, I was just talking about this earlier. My dream car, I got like 5 of them. You want all of them or just one? All of them? Okay, so I want a Monte Carlo SS. Don't ask me what year because I don't know. But I can tell you what color I want it to be. And I want it to be candy apple red. But it has to be like the real wet. Yeah. Like it gotta be real wet. When you think my car is still wet when you see me, like what is going on? And I want I call it a white boy truck. I want the Chevy. I either want a Chevy Silverado, a Sierra, or it's another one that I can't think of the name of.
Might be Denali. That's
it's
the
a flatbed.
Flatbed.
It's a flatbed truck like the Silverado or the Sierras. It's something like that. When I see it, I know what it is. Or I would settle for a Dodge Ram truck like that.
Yeah, the Ram.
Yeah, I know I wanted a flatbed though. Mm-hmm. And then I also want an SUV. I did want a Denali, but I don't know if I still want that or if I want the Cadillac truck. Because that Cadillac truck.
I would enjoy that Cadillac truck.
Them things is wet. Yeah. The SUV truck, them is wet. I like stuff.
I drove that at work one time. It was gold. That thing was super nice. Cream interior. Man, that thing, it was actually...
Don't you just feel like money when you sit in it?
Yeah, it actually wasn't that new. It was actually like a 2016, but he had a package on it.
Good, right?
Yeah, he had a package on it.
That's why I want one of those. And then I want... My everyday car, I'm really not too particular on what kind of car I want. Or like if it's a Nissan or whatever. I don't care as long as it goes and the oil change doesn't cost too much. Yeah. I'm with that. And so those are my little cars.
So what would be your dream vacation?
Ooh, somewhere where my phone don't work, but it works enough to do what I want to do with it. With water, like I don't necessarily have to be in a personal condo, but I want to be able to sit on my balcony and see the water. Like I want to be able to sit out there at night and listen to the waves. And the water has to be clear. Like I have to be able to see in it. Yeah. With whatever my partake of adult activities, long as they have that, some good food,
Good food, got to.
The people really don't matter because I can do this by myself.
Hey, to be best way to do it sometimes.
And so that would be it for me, just the water, the food, and being able to sit out there at night.
So if you could have one superpower, what would that superpower be?
Ooh, a superpower. What would I want to do? I think I would want to be strong. No, I don't. Because then people would ask me to do stuff all the time.
I tell people that I would always control time so I can go forward and backwards. Slow stuff down, speed it up.
I wouldn't really want to control time because I've been to sped my time up and be like, all right, y'all, I'm out. God, he gonna tell me my job has been
you gonna be over.
Job well done, it's over with. Y'all gonna miss me when I'm gone. I don't know. I want to throw fire.
Hey, that's a good one.
I would want to throw fire because that'll be I throw ice.
Throw ice.
Ice shooter.
What if you just do like all the elements?
Real quick. Make me a little ice thing so I can slide on. Like, where's my super suit?
So, what's your biggest fear?
Failing myself. Because you know how you have your expectations. People have expectations. But I don't want to fail myself for what I want out of life. Like, I don't want to get so wrapped up in other people because I find myself doing that a lot. I don't want to be so wrapped up in them that when it is my day, I have done nothing that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And so that is my biggest fear, that I will pass away and done nothing that Samantha wanted to do.
Yeah, they can't live for other people.
Right.
So what's something that makes you mad?
People. They did what they did and everything like that back then. I'm going to do what I'm going to do now. I cannot change what they did, but I also, the same way that disrespect will not sit in my chair, you're not going to disrespect me or anything connected to me. So my change in it is standing my ground, is standing in my position and making sure that everybody connected to me knows who they are as a person and who, don't never let nobody belittle you.
Yeah.
What they said about you, baby, that's not true. So that's my help into the world.